Your brain is actively working against your own happiness right now, and it is doing it on purpose. This is the strange thing almost nobody understands. You are not failing at happiness because you are weak or broken or not trying hard enough. You are struggling because the organ in charge of your happiness was never actually designed to make you happy. Your brain has a completely different goal, and that goal quietly sabotages your peace every single day without you ever noticing. Think about it. You finally get the thing you wanted, and the joy fades in days. You have a perfectly good moment, and your mind drags you to a worry instead. Things are calm, and somehow you feel uneasy, like you are waiting for something to go wrong. That is not bad luck. That is your brain doing exactly what it was built to do. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why your brain refuses to let you be happy, the hidden reasons it keeps pulling you back to stress and dissatisfaction, and how to finally work with it instead of losing to it every day. And the last reason is the deepest one. It is the one that explains why even people who have everything still feel empty. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Stay with me for that. Let me explain why this matters more than almost anything else about your mind. For hundreds of thousands of years, your brain was shaped by one single goal. Not happiness, survival. The humans who survived long enough to become your ancestors were not the calm, content, satisfied ones. They were the anxious ones, the ones who always scanned for danger, the ones who never felt safe enough to relax, the ones who, the moment they got something good, immediately started worrying about losing it or wanting more. So you inherited a brain that is brilliant at keeping you alive and terrible at keeping you happy. A brain that treats contentment as a threat, because to your ancestors, being satisfied and relaxed could get you killed. The result is that you are walking around in the modern world, safe and fed and comfortable, with a survival machine in your head that still acts like a predator could appear at any second. What if the reason you cannot stay happy is not a flaw in you at all? What if it is a feature of a brain doing its ancient job perfectly in a world it was never built for? So here is exactly why your brain refuses to let you be happy. Number 1. Your brain is built to look for problems. The first reason is something scientists call the negativity bias. Your brain is wired to notice what is wrong far more powerfully than what is right. Here is why this happens. For your ancestors, missing something good, a piece of fruit, a nice day, cost very little. But missing something bad, a predator, a threat, a danger, could cost everything. So your brain evolved to weight the negative far more heavily than the positive. One bad comment outweighs 10 good ones. One problem hijacks a whole good day. This is not pessimism. It is biology running a threat detection program that never turns off. The cost is enormous. Your brain is constantly scanning your life for what is wrong, what is missing, what could go bad, and quietly ignoring everything that is going right. You could have 95% of your life working, and your brain will obsess over the 5% that is not. Here is what you can do today. When you catch your mind locked onto a problem, pause and deliberately name 3 things that are currently going right, out loud or in your head. You are not lying to yourself. You are correcting a built-in bias that only ever shows you one side. 3 good things named on purpose. That is how you balance a brain that only wants to show you the bad. Now, the second reason is the one that ruins the things you actually achieve, and almost everyone falls for it. Number 2. Your brain resets every time you succeed. The second reason your brain refuses to let you be happy is something called hedonic adaptation. Every time you get something good, your brain quietly resets, and the good thing stops feeling good. Here is how it works. You want something badly. You imagine how happy it will make you. You get it, and for a short time, you feel the lift. Then your brain does something almost cruel. It takes that new thing and makes it your normal. The car becomes just your car. The achievement becomes just your job. The relationship becomes just your life. And your brain immediately points you at the next thing you do not have yet. This is why no achievement ever makes you permanently happy. Your brain is a treadmill. It resets the moment you arrive, so you are always running toward a finish line that quietly moves with you. Here is what you can do today. Take one thing you already have, something you once wished for and now barely notice, your home, a person, your health, and for 10 seconds, look at it the way you would have before you had it. Let yourself actually feel that it is something you once wanted and now have. This deliberately interrupts the reset. You are forcing your brain to feel the good it already adapted away. Here is the part that should stop you. Researchers who studied people across huge life changes found that lottery winners and people who faced serious hardship both drifted back to roughly their original happiness level within a year or two. The circumstances barely mattered in the long run, because happiness was never living in the circumstances. It was living in a brain that resets no matter what you feed it. Number 3. Your brain is addicted to the chase, not the reward. The third reason is one of the most important things you will ever learn about your own mind. Your brain gives you more pleasure from wanting something than from actually having it. Here is the science, simply. The chemical your brain uses for desire is dopamine, and dopamine does not spike when you get the reward. It spikes when you are chasing it, anticipating it, on the way to it. The wanting feels more alive than the having. This is why the night before the trip is often better than the trip, why the chase is more exciting than the catch. Your brain is built to keep you hunting, so it makes the hunt feel better than the meal. The cost is that you are always chasing and rarely arriving. Your brain keeps whispering that happiness is in the next thing, because the chase is where it feels most alive. And the moment you catch the thing, it goes quiet and points at the next one. Here is what you can do today. The next time you are chasing something and telling yourself you will be happy when you get it, pause and find one thing to enjoy in the having, not the wanting. A meal you are eating instead of the next one. A moment you are in instead of the next one. You are teaching your brain to find pleasure in arrival, not just pursuit. This is a skill, and almost nobody practices it. Share this with someone who is always chasing the next goal and never seems satisfied when they reach it, because this is the exact reason why, and they have probably never had anyone explain it to them. Now, the fourth reason is quieter, and it runs underneath everything else. Number 4. Your brain feels safer being slightly unhappy. The fourth reason is strange but powerful. For many people, your brain actually feels safer staying a little unhappy than letting itself be fully happy. Here is why. To a survival brain, full contentment feels like dropping your guard. If you are completely happy and relaxed, some ancient part of you senses danger. What if I get comfortable and then something goes wrong? So your brain keeps you in a low hum of worry, dissatisfaction, or vigilance because that state feels protective. It is the brain's way of never being caught off guard. Happiness feels unsafe. Tension feels like control. This is why some people, the moment things are going well, unconsciously create a problem, a worry, a conflict, a reason to be on edge. Their brain is more comfortable braced for trouble than at peace, because peace feels like vulnerability. Here is what you can do today. The next time things are calm and you notice yourself reaching for something to worry about, catch it. Name it. Say to yourself, I am safe right now, and I am allowed to feel that. You are teaching your brain that contentment is not danger, that it is allowed to lower its guard. This is one of the most freeing things you can ever learn to do. Now, everything I have shared so far explains so much, but this last reason is the deepest of them all. And it is the one that explains why even people who have everything still feel like something is missing. Number 5. Your brain confuses more with enough. Now, everything so far has been about how your brain handles problems, rewards, and safety. But this final reason ties all of it together. Your brain was never given a definition of enough. Here is the truth at the center of it. Your survival brain has no concept of enough. More food was always better than less. More resources, more status, more security, always better. Because in a world of scarcity, more meant survival. So your brain is built to always want more and never feel that what you have is sufficient. And in the modern world, where there is always more to want, that ancient hunger has nothing to stop it. This is why people who have everything still feel empty. They reach the top of one mountain, and their brain simply pointed at a taller one. Because the brain does not chase a target, it chases more. And more has no finish line. You cannot arrive at more. You can only arrive at enough. And enough is not something your brain gives you. It is something you have to decide. This is the deepest reason your brain refuses to let you be happy. It is not waiting for you to get more. It is waiting for you to declare that what you have is enough. And that is the one thing it will never do for you. You have to do it yourself. Here is what you can do today. Once today, finish this sentence and mean it. Right now, in this moment, I have enough to be okay. Not forever, just for this moment. You are giving your brain the one thing it cannot generate on its own, a sense of arrival, a place to rest, enough. Save this video, because your brain will pull you back into all 5 of these patterns every single day. This is not something you fix once. It is something you gently correct again and again for the rest of your life. And coming back to these 5 reasons is how you remember what is actually happening inside your own head.